All right, thanks everybody for joining today. This is the interface review. We went over some recent changes that we are making, and I think everybody will be very happy about what we're seeing, what's not changing. Go over and we'll actually do a review of things that we've already kind of talked about with you, just in case we have anybody additional on this call that wasn't part of a previous session. I'll also let you know that we will continue to do these sessions. And as always, if anybody has any kind of questions, please reach out. I know most of you folks are very familiar with either Maria or Anu, or you may reach out to me directly and I can get you in touch with the right people to talk through these. But yeah, if anybody will keep this as an open session, we'll kind of go through as we're talking. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to speak up. And talk about what you want. I mean, if you have a question, there's a chance that somebody else may have that same question, or maybe didn't realize they had that same question, but is in the same kind of situation as you. So we will go ahead and we will get started today. And Maria, would you like to go ahead and get us kicked off?
Yes. Joe, is that the beginning of the agenda? That's the end.
Yes, this is the beginning. Sorry, I said recap, and when I said recap on there, I meant recap of what we have talked about with you previously, not recap of what we are talking about today. So apologize for that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. One of the recapped, there's a change to the import file record layout, the import and the export file record layout. I think I had mentioned in previous meeting that we are adding a new column to the end of the requisition header called I value PO number. And to the receipt header record, the VH record, we are also adding a new field called Ariba_PO number. And that will have your old EP number in case you created a PO in the existing system and then it gets converted, goes to the new system, and then when you get ready to do a receipt against the old EP number, when we send you that receipt number, it will have the I value PO number and it will have the old Ariba EP number. The vendor authority files, the layouts are not changing. The only thing that's changing, if we have like a column that exists currently, but we don't have data for it in the new system, that column will have a null value. So we are trying not to change the layout so it won't break your system. Okay, next. Joe? We have new items or new changes. Imported orders in the existing eVA will not be converted. Again, any orders that were imported that either went directly to the data warehouse or they went to the email and the email, then they went to the data warehouse. Those imported orders will not be converted, so they will not be in the new system. They will still be in the data warehouse, but they will not be in iValue. You will not have access to them on the UI. Any questions about that? Okay. The benefit that they will not be converted will allow change orders to existing orders. That means any orders that were converted or not converted, I'm sorry, any existing orders currently that are in the data warehouse, if you need to make changes to them or you need to cancel them, you will be able to cancel them because we will send those cancellation and change orders directly to the data warehouse. We are keeping the existing PO number, the ERP PO number in the data warehouse. Again, you will not have an I-value PO number to those orders that are currently in the data warehouse. For the converted POs that currently exist in the data warehouse, if you send us a change order or a cancellation, since we are sending that transaction directly to the data warehouse, you don't have to do anything on your end. If you have a change order or cancellation, we will send it directly to the data warehouse. So when you run your reports, you will see the cancellation or the change order. Yes. We are adding, like I mentioned earlier, we are adding a column to the requisition header record for on your export file. The column name is called iValue PO number, and it will have the new system PO number. But your existing PO number, your ERP PO number, will continue to show where it currently is on the PO number field. Any questions? Is it clear?
I think once we get a test files, when we'll probably say, yes, it's clear, or if we have questions.
I think it's very clear. Thank you.
Okay. I do a CGI. Are you on the line?
I'm here, Maria.
Hi, Doug. Quick question for change orders. You know, currently we have a change order when we send it to Ariba. If it's a change order, it'll have like a -V2 or -V3 and whatever. Now, are we still gonna have the -V, or are we dropping off the V?
We're dropping the V.
Okay, that's another change. So currently, if you have a change order, we have a -V and a sequence number. So now we're dropping the V, it will only have the sequence number. Is that an issue for you? Okay.
Hey, Maria, I have a question. This is Sri Hari Bala from VSP. So when are we going to get test files for these interface testing?
I do not have a date yet. As soon as I get a date, I will send that information to everyone.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it'll be soon. Any other questions?
Yeah, Maria, this is Jim Smith from BCE. I asked, I think, in one of the earlier sessions about this being available on a test system. Is there any ideas of when that might happen?
I'm hoping that will happen soon. We don't have a date yet, and yes, it will be. Tests will be available for you to do your testing, for you to do import testing and export testing. I just don't have a date yet.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Will entering POs be paused after December 1st or on December 1st?
Will, state your question.
Entering
Hello?
new purchase orders, is that, I mean, what's the latest date that we can do that? Is it December 1st? Where it starts?
I don't have the schedule in front of me.
I don't think it's December
Anybody from
1st.
DPS?
So from I can speak to that. This is Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
There is no planned pause date for when you need to stop doing your POs. I think when we talk about it, it's when you do your recs, we talk about conversion standpoint, and say you do a rec on the 31st and it's a draft, know that it's not coming, right? So the finalized POs, yeah, you get your PO, that's fine. You can do your PO ordered on the 31st and you're still going to be okay. Or whatever date we take the system down. There is no date for when you should stop doing your ordering.
Hey, Mark, this is
Yes,
Shane.
Shane.
I will jump in real quick. I think we have talked, I don't want you to jump too far ahead of yourself. I think we have talked about the system will go down like 5 p.m. December 30th.
Right.
And down all day the 31st, 1st, 2nd, and then back up on the 3rd. So that is your potential downtime for the actual cutover and transition. We're hoping that'll have a very low impact, considering I would hope most of us have 31st as a holiday.
I think, yes. And I think someone's question was there is going down December 1st, right? But that was the
No, yeah, like, do we have to stop doing orders December 1st? And
Yeah.
that is a no.
Yeah.
You can do your business. Now, there are some caveats, and your procurement staff, there are some guidelines around solicitations. And as Mark mentioned, like draft or composing transactions, there's a roadmap for that. If you leave things in composing and draft, you're going to potentially have some issues. But on the grand scale, you guys can do your business, right up through December 30th at 5 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Maria, this is Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
Hey, yeah, I think I sent an email on getting that the old PO number on the converter receivers. I mean, when you start to receive against the converter POs, I made a request to add the old PO number on the receiver header. Did you get an answer from CGI on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Maria, you probably know the answer, or Doug should be able to
Yeah,
tell you exactly
yeah.
which field brings that
Yeah.
field back.
For the layout, the import and export record layout, we are making some minor changes to the requisition header. Okay, we are adding a column called iValuer PO number for orders that are imported into eVA after we go live, right? After we go live. Orders that are imported into eVA, it's gonna have, Sammy, you're not doing import, you're just exporting eVA orders. I just remember, you're not doing imports. For those people who are going into eVA and they're creating orders on the order export file, where the PO number will have the new PO number, right? You have a column called PO number. Okay, it will have the eVA PO number, and then we are adding another column at the end of that RH record. It's called iValue PO number. So those two columns will have the same value if you are starting in eVA. Okay. For those who are importing into eVA, okay, the PO number will still have your ERP PO number, for example, for V.A501_123, whatever. And then the new column that we are adding to the requisition header, the iValue PO number, will have the iValue PO number assigned to that order that was imported into eVA. For receipts, for orders that are created, that were converted, those are orders that were created in eVA. On the receipt header, the VH record, you will have the old EP number. We're adding a column. It's called Ariba_PO number. You will have the old Ariba PO number, the EP, whatever the number was.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay? Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Are there any changes to the file manager, the way we pull the file?
Oh, no changes. That is not changes. The URLs are not changing. You use a Java client, that's not changing. Nothing is changing for that. Any other questions? I do have a request, I have updated the interface, the import export file record layout, adding these columns to the RH record, requisition header and the receipt header. I need to send it to the main contact, the technical contact that already has signed a non-disclosure form. So if you can send me an email with the person to send it to, I need to check to make sure that the person has signed the non-disclosure form so I can send it with the updated information. And that's all I have, Joel. You can take over.
Sorry, I was on mute there. I just wanted to clarify, there was a question added in the chat. It said for clarification, purchase orders can be amended, modified, and are closed out and approved up to December 30th. And I did write that that is correct, and Barb Blayman did write that that is correct. Thank you, Barb, for confirming that too. Great question. Appreciate you re-asking it. So yeah, you are free to be able to make that up to December 30th. Does anybody else have any additional questions for us? Okay, well, thank you, everybody. I mean, if any additional questions come up, if you have any kind of questions, concerns, you're free to reach out to us. You're free to reach out to your account executive, and they can get the questions to us. And let us know if you have any kind of questions or concerns. Thank you very much for everybody's time today. Appreciate that. And we will be talking with you here shortly. Thank y'all.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Maria. Thanks, Joel.